One of the most popular print techniques we get asked about at Online Labels Group is this metallic look. And there's a good chance that you've bought a product before, or at the very least, something has caught your eye on the shelf or online because it used a technique just like this. It makes sense that this is probably the most popular request that we get because it works especially well for fine text, intricate patterns, and small design elements. So it's really good for highlighting important information and things that you want to point out to your customers. But it also just makes your product stand out on the shelf or online. There's actually a few different ways to achieve this effect for your products, but in this video we're going to compare the two main ways that we offer: cold foiling versus using a metallic material. While we're doing that, we'll also just give a quick overview of the process and help you choose which option is the best for your labels. Let's take a look. We're going to start by going over the pros and cons of the first option, which is cold foiling. Cold foil is a printing technique that applies a metallic foil, usually silver, gold, or another reflective color, directly on top of a label during the printing process. Unlike traditional foil stamping, which uses heat and metal dyes, cold foiling is done in line with modern printing presses, and it uses adhesive and pressure instead of heat. For high-volume orders, this is more efficient, so you can place large orders without slowing down your production. But how well cold foil is actually going to perform on different materials is really important to consider. During the labeling process, our materials are usually given coatings that help with both durability and the precision of the print. Cold foiling is a little messier with uncoated paper or film because the glue can absorb into the paper and the metallic effect won't really apply to the right sections. And like we mentioned, cold foil is really popular because it's so good at highlighting specific details on a label, so you want to make sure you're using the right option for your products. Now we'll talk about another popular option, which is printing directly onto a metallic material. This is a little bit of a general description because there's a lot of different metallic materials and effects you can choose from, but we're going to go over a few of the pros and the cons. Choosing this route means that the base of your label will always have that shine. And if you want to print any elements in regular matte or gloss without that shine, you'll have to combine this method with white underprinting to get that similar spot metallic look. Even though printing directly onto foil gives you a lot of options, for a lot of businesses, cold foil offers a little more flexibility. With cold foiling, the metallic effect is applied only to specific design elements, allowing brands to highlight logos, text, or accents, without using that white overlay. Also, just because cold foiling is applied in line during printing, it can improve production speed and reduce the need for specialty materials or separate finishing steps. When you're printing on a silver foil base, you can use transparent inks to create metallic blues, reds, greens, and a whole rainbow of other shades. That way, you don't have to ditch your brand guidelines and go with a plain silver look if that's not what you're going for. There are also ways to achieve this look with cold foil too, but using a material gives you a lot of direct choices. So if you want to see how finishes could work for your brand, or are just exploring ways to enhance your product labels and make them stand out a little bit more, go to OnlineLabelsGroup.com through the link in the description and check out our options for cold foiling and metallic labels. Our label specialists will work with you one-on-one to get all your specifics and figure out the best labeling solution for your business. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to leave any questions in the comments below. We'll see you next time.